So, I am the soul pool, you are the soul pool, we are the soul pool. Together as a collective. Without you, this doesn't work. Today's day to read, 12th of July 2021. Astral DJ is giving me a song called The Only Way Is Up. I think the singer was called Yaz, but don't quote me. I will dig for it. But it's giving me the feeling that somebody's hit rock bottom. So now the only way to go is up. So if you're feeling like you've hit rock bottom, don't worry. The wheel is turning. The 12th is karmic issues. Putting your boundaries in place and not saying yes when you really mean no. Especially if you've hit rock bottom, what have you got to lose? Oops. So what do we need to know for today, please, Spirit? This issues with the feet and toes. It's being in limbo. Pausing to reflect. A time out. Someone is slowly releasing themselves from a mental prison, the mind games that they've been playing with themselves, or others have been playing with them. Realising that there is a way out. They just didn't want to take it. 8 weeks. No longer sacrificing yourself. Today's card. But not wanting to make the decision. So we're in limbo. That final decision to cut yourself free. Because you're protecting your heart or someone else in denial or not sure of all the facts. You're in the dark because you've got the blindfold on. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, female cusper. It can be a professional, someone you seek advice from, a doctor, priest or lawyer. It can be divorced or widowed female. It's someone who is detached, clear thinking and ready to cut themselves free with that sword that she had behind her back. There is a very passionate fire sign cusper, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And those born 1966, plus or minus 12 may be involved. There's passion and there's fast movement. This person lacks commitment, but they're full of action. But their actions don't match the words. They don't think before they act. And it's brought about a very passionate but toxic situation. Someone feels shackled by contract or vows, or just the external public life, what others think about them. Keeping up with the Joneses, being seen to be correct, being manipulated because of it. So feeling like they have to say yes when they don't want to. Those born on the 15th, living or past, date for your diary and address, massively important in a negative way. Capricorn energy. But this is a codependent situation. Somebody can't stand on their own 2 feet. 9 years is mentioned. It's a lack. And somebody doesn't want to be there anymore. So they're leaving this situation, trying to leave this situation, trying to get clear about the decision to make that will cut them free of this situation. Action is needed. The time for talking is over. So the 15th is Thursday. Perhaps we'll know more by then. Lies. Spying. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Cusp, child. It's the Roadrunner. The Roadrunner usually gets the best of the Wile E. Coyote, but not in this card. Somebody sees friends as enemies, enemies as friends. Things are not what they seem. They're not making wise decisions and trying to cope by themselves or asking the wrong people for help. Nothing can grow in barren lands. There's arguments with mothers, mother-in-laws, mothers of your children, perhaps even the mistress. The grass isn't greener. There's no abundance. There's no fertility where you are. Nothing can grow whilst you stay in this situation. There's born on the 3rd or the 30th, living or past. Date for your diary and address. Massively important in a negative way. Someone will benefit from another's loss. When there's an end, there's a new beginning, a death and a birth. It's about the reproductive organs and shared resources. An opportunist, if you like. You can't cheat death in any of its forms. Those born on the 13th, living or past. Date for your diary and address. Massively important in a positive way. Transformation is taking place. Somebody is coming out of their comfort zone. This lady is cutting herself free. Yes, there's been a disappointment. You played your part in it, but you're not to blame. Don't look back on the past. Don't cry over spilt milk. 5 months is mentioned. It's time to turn and face your future. Yeah, the money's dried up, and this female is the mother energy again is not happy. She likes the security, the comfort. She's not keen when there's no money hanging about. She's become unreliable and unpredictable. Could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Cusper. A split. A bad decision, perhaps. A bad match. This codependent situation. No love in this. I was born on the 6th or the 24th, living or past. Date for your diary and address. Massively important in a negative way. and it is Gemini energy. We've got a lot of air signs mentioned here. It's lack of communication, issues with siblings, and emotional choices. There is an enemy. This enemy could well be yourself. Again, though, it is an air sign. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Cuspa. So it may be in your chart somewhere. Look to see where you've got that in your chart, because that'll be where it's concentrating. But like I say, this enemy will be overcome, but it may be yourself that you're battling. Two years is mentioned. So tomorrow is the transformation. 13. Coming out of your comfort zone. But I think the reason this choice hasn't been made before, the correct choice, is because you know that somebody is going to suffer for you to have your to make your decision. So you've been sat on the fence again. 2 of Pentacles, 2 years, juggling, trying to keep everybody happy, trying to be in 4 places at once. That's got to end. There could be a passing. Somebody may have stabbed you in the back. It's stick a fork in me, I'm done. I've had enough of this. Impatient because there's no growth, there's no abundance, there's no happiness. I don't want to wait anymore. So it's time to release, let go of the old way of doing things, the outcome of a situation, people, jobs, money, whatever it is that you're hanging on to so tightly that it's fighting to get away from you. Let go. What's yours will always be yours. 4 years. And once you release, you can come out of that unhealthy situation. Be it health, work, romance, spirituality, that dark place, you're coming out now. The moon is illuminating, showing you the doorway, the entrance to a new life. This is the tarot reader, the psychic, the medium. I was born on the 2nd or the 29th, living or past, date for your diary and address. Massively important in a positive way. You have to be very careful what you put in your mouth, as in diet, medication, alcohol, drugs, whatever it is. Stop poisoning your system, and be very careful what goes out of your mouth, as in words written and spoken. Secrets are coming out, and so is the truth. There's no repairing something, especially this mother energy, this toxic situation. New shoes may be needed, and there's no communication via the internet. 8 years is mentioned. And again, we have that spy, the liar, the deceiver, confused information, somebody trying to stir the pot. And a run of bad luck. Like I said, when we started, the only way is up. We have hit rock bottom, possibly on the 10th. It's a change for the worse. But the wheel has to keep turning, so we have to go to the bottom sometimes, see the dregs to appreciate when we get to the top. So those born on the 10th, external energy, living or past, date for your diary and address, massively important in a negative way. Those born 1970, 1951, 1993, plus or minus 12 February to February or thereabouts, could be involved. A Pisces and a Scorpio. Somebody's working very hard, beavering away, and the beaver and the robin, animal totems. So, a change for the worse. The only way is up though, baby. That's what they're saying. Don't look at it as a negative. Look at it as a positive. Every time you hit that rock bottom, you think, right, so what have I got to lose then? nothing. It's time to do you for a change. Release yourself. Yeah, there's a merchant, someone, a gentleman, probably, not necessarily, who is in limbo. He could be on furlough, he could be between jobs, he could be about to retire. He just doesn't know what to do next. He's waiting patiently, unlike this. Yeah, there is extreme depression here. Someone may be suicidal. If that's the case, watch your friends. This sometimes, though, just being stabbed in the back and the manipulation that we're getting from today's card, seeing friends as enemies, etc. Someone may be using suicide as a blackmailing tool. So, in effect, there's nothing you can do if somebody is really suicidal. You need to get them help and then walk away. If you're meant to be, you'll never lose them, but they need the help. Yeah, someone's losing a constant companion, male or female. Someone is a negative influence in your life, this constant companion, or they're leaving your life. Someone that you held in high esteem. Somebody maybe that's high maintenance, a virtuous female, but she is either a negative influence or leaving your life. And I think she's probably the constant companion. There is hope though, because once you're out, you will feel the relief. Once you stop looking back and dwelling on the past and take action. Someone's been self-medicating, it's a toxic situation because they're unreliable, unpredictable. There's no repairing this, so they're drowning their sorrows in drink or drugs or whatever it is, self-medication. A female will receive or see the written word that's distressing. And like I said, there is illness here, but I think it's mental illness. A doctor could be involved, but there's no cure for this. There's no... maybe because it's not true. For some of you, there is a passing and it is a suicide. But I don't think it's... I'm not sure if it's recent. I don't think it's recent. If this is somebody that you've lost through suicide and you are carrying survivor's guilt, which a lot of people do, this person is saying to me, I think it's a man, a young man. There was nothing anyone could do. If they refuse the help, and it was nothing anybody else did, it's just an imbalance, a chemical imbalance. I think there may have been drugs involved or not taking the medication, something like that. They didn't look after themselves. And now, unfortunately, they are in a better place for them. But they're seeking forgiveness. And they don't want you to feel that you have anything to be forgiven for. Yes, you was a player in this person's life, but you shouldn't dwell on it or cry over spilt milk. They don't want that to happen. And that's for a very specific person. I think if the clue is the shoes, if it's somebody that committed suicide, there was a thing about the shoes. I don't know. Maybe one of them had a hole in. I don't know. The shoes needed repairing or the shoes needed to go. Whatever it is. It was a mental prison they'd put themselves in. So this situation, go back to the other one, the chaos and conflict is coming. Remember that money doesn't buy you health, happiness or love. All that glitters is not gold. Don't judge people by a book by the cover. They're either this person in spirit is happy now and you have to let them go, or this is a birthday that somebody's saying happy birthday to you, or it's a celebration coming up. You will be happy. So the only way is up, because divine timing is at work and a higher power can see your life from start to finish and they know what's best for you. An exchange of gifts. I think it is a birthday. TikTok, time's running out. 8 minutes past 10 on the clock. Somebody is in a never-ending cycle in the head of depression. Just remember, you're building something for the future. Yes, you may have hit rock bottom, but you can now rebuild to something even better. So, yeah, look at that. The 12. Today is the 12th. Today we look at Black Moon Lilith, the ex-wife, the woman scorned. In revenge and in love, a woman is more barbaric than a man. The name Fred could be important. It is time for you to be very careful and think what may manifest over your anger, bitterness or revenge. What you have worked so hard for may collapse. The only way is up there. Astrologically, Black Moon Lilith represents soul expansion and cosmological awareness, the force in aloneness and the path of the individual. So you need to stand on your own 2 feet. Stop being codependent. So maybe your partner's ex is too dependent on you for finances or whatever. That's not his problem unless they've got children. And then it is your problem together. You take them on, you take the baggage of the past. But you have to learn to put boundaries in place. There's a shift in power and consciousness. This is the destruction before the creation. So if everything goes to shit today, know that it's so that it's not the end. There is more to come and you can rebuild. Listen for the screech owl, the night hag. It's a owl that screams at night. Lilith is the ancient goddess of mystery and transformation, and that's where we're going. Remember that. We are transforming, coming out of limbo and making our wings. Stories of Lilith appeared about 5,000 years ago in the area of Samaria, where she was said to have been a handmaiden to Inanna, the Queen of Heaven. However, most of us recognise Lilith from the Hebrew myth, the first wife of Adam, so Adam may be important to you. Lilith also appears in folklore in medieval Judaism as a rebellious first wife who refused to submit to Adam and in rage fled to the Red Sea, an area of mystery and danger. There, Lilith procreated with other spirits, so the wife may be having affairs, giving birth to demons. Later, Lilith became a succubus, appearing to men at night, sapping their strength and causing wet dreams and impotency. So maybe there's an impotency issue in the marriage. So up to now, you've been letting her get away with it if you're a man. Throughout the ages, Lilith was demonized. She was the first spiritual upstart, but in recent years her status has changed. Lilith is a feminine force of command and strength. She represents the powers that we hold in secret. So secret powers, High Priestess. When this card turns up in a reading, something lacks. Lilith appears as the dark part of astrological chart. She is our shadow side, the dark face of the moon, where mysteries and unexplained occurrences lie in wait. This card indicates a call to wildness, even subversion. Lilith is the evocation of what may or may not be there. So the passion may or may not be there. She can manifest as madness or self-realization. Lilith represents a refusal to submit, so it's not a good time to give in, even when this path seems a rough one. There may be a tendency to isolate and focus on feelings of revenge. The hallmark of Black Moon Lilith's energy is muteness and aloneness, which the High Priestess does. Lilith is a subdued power and complicated magnetism. She remains awake while the rest of the world is asleep. She is those dark thoughts that enter our consciousness just before we fall asleep. Black Moon Lilith suggests female rebellion. She can represent an angry mother, an embittered woman, an enemy, or even a stalker or a scorned woman. You have a feeling you're waiting for something to happen, but you don't have the entire information, so the facts are hidden or mysterious. Something stalks and you feel it, but Lilith is sharp. She knows, she senses, she processes what is there. Because Lilith feels slighted, she can represent a formidable foe or a dangerous enemy. Through Lilith, we discover creativity and the beauty that can exist in the darkness, as long as we keep our own demons in check and under our rule. So like I said, mentally, you have to remember this is just a bad day, not a bad life. You may have hit rock bottom, but now you can go up. There will be peaks and troughs in your life, but just to make you stronger, and the next time it won't be so hard. So, through Lilith, we discover creativity and the beauty that can exist in this darkness, as long as we keep our own demons in check and under our rule. So don't let it in your head. Arousals, the magical elixir of sex, tantric sex. That's that, gentleman. Glamour, seduction, the other woman or man. An affair, bitchiness, the feminine force, an invisible force, complicated circumstances, stalking, the colour red and purple, shame, envy or guilt, release all that. Rejection, feelings of being replaced, feelings of being slighted or overlooked, owls and bats, haunted trees, the cold of night, demands of power, control, outsmarting the opposition, winning, what's of ours, what stays alive, creativity, the safety of the womb, unplanned births, controversial art and creative expression, pausing to rest before the next action, the balancing of karma, the Queen of Swords, and there she is. Mystery, revolt, revenge, darkness, erotic obsessions, and the witch's wand of power. Now, Spirit are telling me to give you the spiel about it's not selfish to self-preserve. If you are not happy in a relationship, a job, or whatever it is, but others depend on you, it is really hard to make that step to walk away. For some, it isn't. For some, it's really easy to walk away. They can just do it. And though they may be termed as selfish and not not caring, heartless, whatever you want to call them. The fact is, they're doing you a favour. So you should thank them and forgive them, because you've actually found out and you're not going to be stuck with a complete and utter narcissist. So, like I said, whichever end of this you're on, if you stay in something when you're not happy, it will just make everyone around you miserable. You cannot keep living your life through others. This is a toxic, codependent situation. Thanks for listening.